Hey! So, last week I did a video where I talked about 4 ways of building your confidence. Number 1, identify the point of your biggest insecurity. And after that, you have 2 options, either fix it or make peace with it. Number 2, identify the purpose of your life. Do not attach your worth to you and your value to your clothes, your looks, or anything that is temporary. Number 3, do not become a slave to people's opinions. Number 4, affirm yourself. Disclaimer, do not affirm yourself in your ignorance. Actually put in the work of adding some value to yourself and listening to life affirming messages. And after that video, I had so many comments and questions, and one stood out for me. Is building your self-confidence a simultaneous problem with dealing with low self-esteem? So, do you automatically get rid of low self-esteem when you start building your confidence? And the answer to that question is yes and no. And that is what I want to talk about in this video. Welcome to my channel. My name is Petronella Munhenzva. I'm an author, I'm a consultant, and I'm a speaker. I've written an amazing book, From Gokwe to Oxford, The Girl Who Dared to Dream. It's available on Amazon. Please do get a copy. So as I said in the introduction, last week I talked about 4 ways to build your confidence, and the question that came out of it is, when I start building my confidence, do I automatically deal with my low self-esteem? And the answer is yes and no. Let me start with the yes part. It's yes, partly it's yes, because when you start identifying your purpose, when you start identifying and dealing with your insecurities, you start becoming more and more aware of your value than you would normally do, and this will automatically start fixing your self-esteem for you. And no, because the no part of the answer is people start from different positions when they are building their confidence. The first group of people are people who they don't necessarily have low self-esteem, but they don't know how to speak to a group of people. They are not comfortable raising their hand. They're just not sure enough in large groups. They are okay with small groups, but they're not okay talking to a large group of people. So in a small setup, they're okay. So those are people, that's the first group of people. They don't necessarily struggle with low self-esteem, but they're not particularly confident. They're just in the middle. And then there are people who have low self-esteem, who genuinely struggle seeing anything good about themselves. And for them ones, it's not enough for you to just start from a point of building your confidence. You need to start from a place of dealing with your low self-esteem. And in this video, I'm going to tell you 4 ways to do it. The first one is pay attention to the people that you're surrounding yourself with. This is important because one key component of low self-esteem is competition and measuring yourself against someone's standards. So if you are friends with people who belittle you, or if you're friends with people who are constantly talking about how pretty they are, how good they dress, and stuff like that, and you don't particularly feel the same way, you are going to feel like you're not important. Or if you have parents who are constantly looking down upon you or comparing you to your sibling, or if you have a boss who is constantly comparing you to your co-worker and stuff like that. So the first step of dealing with low self-esteem is paying attention to who is close to you. How do they speak to you? How do they address your weaknesses? How do they do they compliment you? How do they correct you? Are they doing it with love? Are they doing it from a place of judgment? Which place are they doing it from? And when you start noticing the people around you, you start seeing that the reason why you struggle with feeling important and you have low self-esteem is because no one in your proximity accepts, appreciates, and sees value in you. And when you observe that, you start dissociating yourself from some people. I say this in a video where I talked about giving access to people. There are some people who will drain your energy. There are some people who will never see your goodness. There are some people who always take and never give back anything to you. So when you start paying attention to the people around you, how do they make you feel about yourself? How do they make you feel about your ideas? How do they make you feel about your goals? When you tell them your ideas, how do they react? Do they tell you that they believe in you? Do they tell you that you can do it? Or you get the impression that they're like, oh, Analingi, oh, really? Can you do it? Oh, really? How do they react to your dreams? How do they react? And when you start understanding and analyzing those patterns, your siblings, your friends, your parents, your co-workers, you start realizing that the root of your self-esteem is the people around you. And when you identify that, you dissociate yourself and you start aligning yourself with people who actually see the good in you. There are so many people who do, and if you can't find them in your life, go on YouTube, watch sermons, watch things that actually uplift you, encourage you to pursue your dreams and see your value. And the second one is pay attention to the content that you consume. Okay, and this is important, particularly in this day and age, because for every day that you wake up feeling ugly, defeated, and stuck in your career, you have 10 classmates who are posting on Facebook how amazing their jobs are, how they just got this promotion, how they're happy in their marriage, how they're this. And after you finish watching your friends on Facebook, you go watch some socialite who is taking pictures standing on a car that is not theirs. And after that, you watch a video of some influencer who is flying all over the world, and it's not even true. So what content are you consuming? How does it make you feel about yourself? And a good test of this is after you watch, let's say my video, after you watch my video, how do my videos make you feel about yourself? Do I make you feel like you can do it? Do I discourage you? Do I make you doubt yourself? If you're listening to people who make you feel like your life is not good enough, who make you feel like you are terrible, who make you feel like your dreams don't matter, then it's time you start listening to new people. Because if you are consistently being put down, or if you're consistently putting bars for yourself and measurements for yourself that are unattainable, you constantly be so frustrated and you constantly struggle with low self-esteem because you can't see your value beyond that vanity and the shallowness that you see. So pay attention to the content that you consume. If my content is not making you believe in yourself, then maybe you need to skip it, because the thing about your mind is whatever you watch, you absorb. You may not see that you're absorbing it, you may not see it in the moment, but your subconscious is absorbing it, and it will drill it back, just sprinkle it back into your unconscious mind, and you unconsciously, subconsciously start feeling, oh, my clothes are ugly, oh, my this are ugly, because you're comparing yourself with people who are posting pictures, marketing clothes for other people. So what content are you consuming, and how does that impact you? And the third way is identify your strengths. Identify your strengths and start magnifying them. So the people that struggle with low self-esteem, one thing that they actually struggle with is feeling like they're not valuable, feeling like they're not good for anything, feeling like they're not worthy, their opinions don't matter. You feel like if you say something, no one is gonna care, no one in your family listens to you, your friends don't take you seriously, your boss doesn't take you seriously, and you honestly doubt if you bring any value or if you mean anything. And a way of dealing with this is start being deliberate in identifying your positives and your strengths and the things that actually do well, and you start acknowledging and praising yourself. So if you make a good meal, tell yourself, okay, you made a good meal, I'm happy. Start acknowledging the things that you're good at. If you're good at writing, write a little bit more. If you're good at singing, sing a little bit more. So identify those things that you're good at and start focusing on them more than you focus on those things that you're good at. So instead of you focusing on how much you're not able to do something, how about you flip it and focus on something that you're actually able to do well? So balance that out. Balance your negatives by exalting and amplifying those things that you actually are good at. And you realize that the longer time you do this, the more you do this, the more you focus on the positives, the more they will start to grow. Elle Nightingale actually says he has this 30-day challenge. I've tried it so many times, and trust you me, I'm still trying. So what she says is, for 30 days, focus your mind on one thing. So think about that one thing. What do you want? Do you want multiple streams of income? Do you want financial growth? Do you want impact? Do you want influence? Do you want to write a book? Whatever it is that you want to do, focus on it single-mindedly for 30 days. And if any negative thought comes and you remove your mind, you remove your focus from that, start again and do it, and you realize that it becomes a lifestyle. You start focusing on the positives and the good things. And that's one good way of looking at it. Stop looking at how you were bad at everything and how your mom says you are clumsy, you never do anything. Stop paying attention to all those things that people say and your negatives, and start amplifying the positives. And the last one, it's similar to the last one in the last video, which is speak positively about yourself and affirmations. And Each time I say this, I have to put in a disclaimer because I don't believe in inspiration and motivation without accountability. And the thing is, if you wake up each day and you stand in the mirror and you say you were capable, you were good, you're this, you're this, you're that, and you actually don't put in the work, you are not going to do anything. So your life will just be meaningless affirmations that amount to frustration because you don't do anything. I am for affirmations backed with actions. So I will stand up in the mirror and tell myself, Munya, you are an amazing writer, you are an amazing speaker. After that, I will sit down and actually write something. I will sit down and actually speak something. So I affirm myself and actually do it and listen to things that edify, speak, and encourage me in pursuing my dreams. So do not affirm yourself in your ignorance. Actually put in the work. And so what I have done in this video is tell you that there is an undeniable relationship between fixing your low self-esteem and building your confidence. The only difference is when it comes to building confidence, people are starting from different places. Some people have confidence to speak to 5 people, but not necessarily to 10 people or 100 people. And some people, so it's not everyone who struggles with confidence has low self-esteem. So that's where the difference is. And what I've done in this video is I hope it has helped you to see that when you fix your self-esteem, it then becomes a starting point to build your confidence. And as I said last week, I'm going to say it again, these are not processes that can happen overnight. Having low self-esteem and struggling with confidence is something that is such a huge part of our lives, and we cannot wake up one day and just fix it. It's something that's going to take time, that's going to happen in stages, that's going to need your attention and time. So be patient with yourself. Some days you're going to figure it out. Some days you're going to wake up more confident than other days. Some day you're going to wake up and feel like you can change the world, and some days you're going to wake up and not want to leave your bed. And in those days you are making progress, you are doing it, it's going to be okay. So ultimately you're going to be fine. So that is it from me, guys. Today I have to go. Please do comment, please do share your thoughts, and let me know what you think. Till next time, I have to sign out. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video.